Hello. Today I've got the energy of what is something with not a lot of energy? I don't even have enough energy to think of something that doesn't have energy. George just actually sent me this meme, which describes more accurately how I'm feeling. Of course, everything has energy, so there's that. So the Loma boys have left. We have finished recording. I'm in the process of editing some more footage from that whole adventure, but the record is, you know, gonna be mixed soon, and then hopefully it will be done, fingers crossed, God willing. Since then, I have kicked right back into gear of end of life stuff. I'm sure maybe you already saw, but me and Sophia are doing a retreat in September, and so we've been making material for that and planning for that, which is quite a lot of work, as you can imagine, doing a retreat. But that's all very exciting. Yeah, I think I have a couple clips of me and Sophia's time recording some videos that I might put in right here. So enjoy. I don't even remember what I recorded, so here you go.
Okay, what do you reckon? Or should I put?
I think it looks fine like that, honestly.
It looks fine. The other option is to just like do this.
Have you preened?
Take one. Nope. I'm finished preening.
Okay. I have a beret if you need it.
What? A
beret. See you soon.
See you there.
See you soon. To ask you a question on camera.
Sure.
I want to know how you were speaking to me with a straight face when my hat looks like this. I just looked in the mirror. Look,
I just thought it was your style.
Show them. My hat looks like that, and she was just talking to me like a normal person. This coming week, I've got someone visiting for a mindful tea service, and I also have someone visiting to do an in-person living funeral ceremony, and then I'm going back to London, which I seem to be going to London quite a lot these days. This time I'm gonna take a bus, and I'm going to a sauna event called the Saunaverse. It's the first sauna festival in the UK, and they've asked me to do a mindful tea service in a sauna. It's a low temperature sauna, so it's not gonna be like super intense sweating with hot tea as well. But I'm pretty excited because I got these cute little cards made. I'll show you. So I've got these cards made, and on the front it's a photo that I took of the water, of course, and on the back there's a picture of some tea and a teapot, that one right there, and then it says Steady Wave Center mindful tea service and teas today. So I'm gonna write here the teas that we all share together, and they get to take this card away and remember what tea they had and take any notes they want to take on there. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I've never done anything like that before in a sauna, so, but obviously I love a sauna, so I'm very excited, and I get to reap the benefits of the free sauna ticket. So I get to go on a whole weekend of sauna and tea sharing, so pretty cool. I also, when I got those cards printed, got my own cards printed to sell. Let me show you. Can I do this? So I printed these cards while I was at it, and they feature my drawings on. So they're just blank cards, but they feature some drawings. And on the back it says, drawn by E. Cross in Dorset. And I got 7 designs. There's that one, maybe 6 designs actually. That one, and then, oh, this one. And the other one I gave to Sue, so it's a drawing of like a whirlpool. And I gave it to her to hang on her wall because I was like, Sue, do you want an envelope? And she's like, no, I'm gonna pin it to my wall. So anyway, I just actually put these up for sale on my website if you want to go purchase either a 6-pack or a single card. You're able to do that. Yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to show you that. I came in here because it's just a little quieter. I was actually intending to make this into a longer video with just a little mini update at the beginning about VSED, which is voluntary stopping eating and drinking. But I was sitting here thinking, oh, it's kind of like, I just want that to be the whole video, the voluntary stopping eating and drinking video, because that is a really big topic, and I think I want to actually make just a really nice, informative, clear video about VSED. So I was thinking, oh, what else could I say? And just to make this video a little longer or have any sort of content whatsoever. But there's a couple things going on in my life at the moment with my friends and just people who have reached out to me. So I thought maybe I'd just talk from the heart for a second about supporting people in your life that are having a hard time. I kind of touched on it in the what to say to someone when they've been diagnosed with a terminal life-limiting illness video. But I had a friend ask me this week whose friend's family member is probably dying right now. They asked me, you know, I'm totally at a loss for what to say to my friend, and I don't want to say the wrong thing, and I don't want to be disrespectful or come across in any sort of way. And I just assured them that as long as you're there for your friend and give kind of some solid options as to how they're able to support the friend. So I gave them some ideas, like I said in my other video, maybe offering some concrete assistance, like sending food, sending any sort of help in terms of like housework or practical things like that. People really like to help in those practical, tangible ways sometimes. So that can be one way, just reaching out and saying, you know, maybe you don't want to take care of cooking one night for this week. Can I send you a meal for the family? And people feel really good about that all around. But they were also asking for book recommendations. And I sent them some book recommendations. But I suppose I really just want to say now that, again, like how you would approach someone at the end of life or suffering with an illness by not disappearing, same thing applies for friends who are going through a hard time. If it's something that they're struggling with and you feel awkward about it, just know that being there and being present is all that is needed a lot of the time. Just making sure people know that you're around, that you can help them, that you want to help them. Someone's chopping wood. A lot of times that's enough. It's really simple. Just by sending a message and checking up on them. Hey, are you okay? If you want to share what's going on with you. You know, even before a person dies, loved ones go through a period of anticipatory grief, which is a pre-death grief, where they're anticipating the grief and the loss of the person who's dying. They're going through that period of time when they're actively letting go of the person, because the reality is setting in that they're getting further away from me. They're gonna be dead. So by being present with your friends or loved ones going through that pain and, well, the whole range of emotions that people feel when they grieve, that's the best and most powerful thing that you can do as a friend, in my opinion. There's always books, there's always, podcasts, there's always a million things that you can say depending on the person and how you know that they respond to certain things. But the core of that is just being there and being the support for that person. I guess that's the takeaway, because I was in that position the other day of kind of helping my friend know that they don't have to do anything fancy for their friend who's going through this grieving process. It's just simply being a friend, being there, and not being afraid to ask a question or to ask what they need or offer support or talk about it. That's one of the hurtful things, is when everyone around you is avoiding it and avoiding what you're going through. So share a memory, share thoughts about the person who's dying, laugh with them, cry with them, or just simply be there with them, for them, even if it's from afar. There's all these things that I, as a doula, can offer, right? I offer practical support, like with paperwork, advance directives, figuring out wills and, health proxies and decisions and hospice and, trying to organize everything, letting them know what's going on within the person's body, being there to normalize what's happening with the dying body, because dying is a natural process. But that's not necessarily the function of a friend. I guess I'm saying that even though I'm a doula and I do have my doula hat, I wouldn't necessarily have my doula hat on for a friend who is going through this hard time, grieving or having anticipatory grief and having a hard time. I might make suggestions because I know things that maybe not everyone is privy to, but just because I'm a doula doesn't mean I'm gonna be a doula in that situation. It's like when a therapist has friends and their friends are talking to them about their issues and stuff. They're not always in like therapist mode. I think the lines can get a little blurred sometimes, but it's just not the same when you're dealing with your friend. So being a friend and being a doula are different things, and I think that the role of a friend is most of the time just being there as a support, being there as a sounding board, being there as a person who is always gonna love you and have your best interests in mind, and just speak from the heart and feel from the heart. So if you're in a position in which your friend is having a hard time with a loss, or I guess this can apply to anything, but in this context, if you are a friend of your friend going through that, my message to you is that you don't so much have to worry about what you should or shouldn't do. Be their friend, and it's as simple as that. Just don't go away. Don't make yourself scarce. Anyway, I'll make a video about VSED soon. I think, like I said, it's a kind of a more in-depth topic. So for now, I just wanted to say that about being a friend. And maybe I'll put some links down in the description box of some books if you would like to read some books about being in support of someone who's grieving or experiencing loss or about to experience loss. If you would like to read those books. Don't be afraid of following your intuition about how best to support your friends and your loved ones if they're going through a hard time. And remember that 99% of it is just being you and being supportive and being loving, and also being patient and understanding if they don't, get back to you right away, or, give them a little extra leniency during this time, obviously. I'm sure you know, but when people are grieving, all sorts of stuff is going on and nothing makes sense. Grief works in unpredictable and sometimes unusual ways, and we have to try our best not to be judgmental. We have to try our best to be patient and loving and accepting and give people space, but also let them know that we're there for them and check in on them and give them some options for support if you feel that that's in your capacity as a friend to do that. Food, drinks, smoothies, babysitting, pet sitting, anything that is going to help them relax and just think about what stresses people out, right? It's like work, cooking dinner, cleaning the house, taking care of kids, taking care of pets. Even though those are all wonderful parts of life, those are also parts of life that can add stress, and also you just don't think about taking care of yourself when you're in that high stress state. Some people forget to eat, some people forget to drink and have nutrition, and that can lead to all sorts of issues. So yeah, anticipate their needs. I'm always open to chatting about this, by the way. If you want to leave a comment or ask a question, please. I'm really keen to interact with more people about this kind of thing, so don't hesitate to send me an email or leave me a comment and share this around if you have a friend that needs to hear this. And I guess I'll see you next time. Bye.